This game recap is brought to you by Manscaped's Foot Duster Foot Deodorant. Say goodbye to stinky foot funk with this essential deodorant spray. Head over to manscaped.com and use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. The Foot Duster Foot Deodorant by Manscaped. The best protection any place below the waist.
Houston Texans shutting out the San Francisco 49ers 17-0. And really, Aaron, I don't want to go anywhere else. I think
we're going straight there.
I don't know. Do you want to go into anything?
I think it's important we talk about, the 49ers on some level, seeing that their starters played.
Go right ahead.
Like, their starters played and they did nothing on offense. Like, nothing. Just nothing. 0 points. It's disappointing. Trey Lance was on the field. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about the starters being out there. Deebo Samuel, I don't know if they were on the field or not, but maybe they still had some starters out there. Jawan Jennings was out there. I mean, I don't know. It was very concerning to me that they had nothing.
Yeah, they were all
Price, 4 carries, -3 yards.
Yeah, they were all out there. Deebo had a target. George Kittle had a target. Brandon Ayuk had a target. Danny Gray was in this game as well. He had a target as well. And I mean, you look at Trey. You are still on solo.
You're still solo, so I'm like shaking my head. But that is very disheartening. Like, so I'm not concerned that like the Niners aren't going to be good or whatever. But there has to be a little bit of like, Houston Texans. You're the 49ers, went to the NFC Championship game. Your starters are out there. You expect some sort of ball being moved down the field with it.
I feel like we're still trying to search for what this identity is for the San Francisco 49ers starters. I mean, Trey Lance was 7 for 11 for 49 yards on 3 scoreless drives. 2 of the drives ended in punts. 1 ended on downs. It looked, I mean, from what I saw, it looked a lot of Trey Lance scrambling for his life during some plays. And I mean, it wasn't a clean game from the San Francisco 49ers. And I don't think the starters have put together a really clean game at all throughout this preseason. And that's the thing with preseason, you're not expect, like, if they score points, they don't score points. It is what it is. It's preseason, but like, you want to see some type of clean play from your starters at some point during the preseason, especially for a 49ers team that is kind of changing their identity from what they were with Jimmy Garoppolo, what we think it's going to be there's going to be a difference with Trey Lance, and we're just not seeing the cleanliness of this offense yet. On the Texans side of things, though, 17-0 shutting out the San Francisco 49ers is a pretty big deal, right?
It is. The defense was impressive. It's one of those things, man. I know it's preseason and we talk about, but teams like this need to play well in preseason. And, Davis Mills wasn't great, but threw a touchdown pass. We saw some, again, I don't know if you saw the Nico Collins play, but he got a target and he drew a pass interference penalty. I think that's the kind of stuff that we're going to see from him. I think he is going to be a huge factor. They didn't do much on offense either, but the defense was really, really good. And to stop their starters like that, I thought Jalen Petrie played really well again. And I think that's one of those guys we talked about. We got to see Derek Stingley in this one.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I'm really encouraged. Christian Kirksey has kind of been an anchor in their middle of their defense now. I think they have some underrated pieces that we haven't talked about really. Guys that had high upside like Desmond King and with the Chargers. But never really lived up to some of those things. And I thought they played pretty well. So very encouraged by that. But come on now, you're talking to me. There's only one thing that actually matters. Let's talk about our top plays, plural. I don't know why he was playing, okay? I don't know why Dameon Pierce was on the field. But this is exactly what I said Dameon Pierce would do when he's on the field. I know it's only 6 carries, and I know it's 37 yards, but look at the runs. Look at the runs. There's no stopping this guy. It's finishing runs, running through defenders, tackles. You're not going to arm tackle this guy. He finds lanes. He knows how to get into open space, and then he's going to run through you when he has to. Again, Vinny pointed out this touchdown run before the show. Like, yeah, they had him at the 1. They stopped him, and he just kept moving. His legs don't stop. He is a bowling ball. And just so we all know, Shout out South Georgia, because that's exactly where Dameon Pierce is from. He's from right here in South Georgia. We have footage of Dameon Pierce when he was in high school. This dude is a problem. He's from Bainbridge. He's from right here in Bainbridge, Georgia. As a matter of fact, we got people covering the Bainbridge, Georgia game tonight. He's from there, and he's going to be something to deal with. He has no mileage. They didn't run him in college enough, and now he is fresh. And you could see, and I'm not, again, I told Vinny this up, he is like Ezekiel Elliott to me. And I'm not saying he's going to lead the league in rushing his rookie year, but he runs with that style, that physicalness, and that's a running back to me. And I'm excited to watch this man be the RB1 for Houston. He is clearly the RB1. He played with the starters. He got all the snaps. He is ahead of Marlon Mack. Yeah. He's ahead of Rex Burkhead and all those guys. So if you had any doubts, I think they were put to rest that going into week 1, this is the guy in Houston.
Yeah, two things on that. Like, you go back to that touchdown that he scored. I mean, I talked about it during our pre-show meeting. It was like most running backs, if they're to score that touchdown, it is a line of scrimmage. Like, you're just barely crossing the one. Dameon Pierce was like 5 yards out of that. He exploded through that like pile up. And although maybe it was a jam up at the line of scrimmage, he eventually just exploded through that for the touchdown. That's what you're seeing from him. You're seeing the vision. You're seeing the explosiveness. You're seeing him run through guys. And Texans fans, you have to be so happy with what you have seen from preseason. And we talk about those preseason teams that have that, like, you're not going to win. You're not going to win many games during the regular season. Preseason matters in terms of your development. And what you're seeing here is what are the two players we've talked about the most during Texans preseason? It's been Dameon Pierce and Nico Collins, two of their future cornerstone type pieces on their roster. We're seeing what we saw in this game. We're concerned about the San Francisco 49ers and what their identity is and what they're going to take shape into being. On the Texans side, we're already starting to see what this offense is going to be molded into, with maybe Davis Mills as the quarterback, because he didn't have a bad game either. Davis Mills, Nico Collins, Dameon Pierce. You still have Brandon Cooks as an anchor on that offense. You got to see Kenyon Green in this game as well. You're starting to see this offense take shape. And we've talked about it with these teams. You might not win a lot of games during the regular season, but you're going to see the progression, and it's already started for the Houston Texans offense.
Yeah, you said it. This man right here, if you're a fantasy owner, I'm glad I drafted Dameon Pierce in a lot of my dynasty leagues, man. I got him late. I actually got him in a redraft league just the other day that I drafted. I had no money left in my budget, and nobody was bidding on him, and I got him for real cheap, and I was like, you know what? I think I got to steal. I think I got to steal. And it was weird because I actually have no running backs in that league. It was like zero RB strategy. But I got Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. It's a 2-quarterback league. So, that's not bad. That's not bad. And if you want to hear more of our fantasy content, check us out on Wednesdays when we drop our fantasy shows, the Fantasy Drive at 10 a.m. Eastern time.